What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we've got a pretty interesting deck. We had kind of a couple of versions of this previously that happen to be Jund decks. And what we're talking about here is simply Deathtouch decks. I mean, the thing is, the mana is going to be a lot worse, so we couldn't really go 3 colors. So we're really trying to see, can we just get this done with just black and green cards? Like, maybe it's possible, I don't know. But, you know, we'll take keyword Deathtouch and just see how far we can press it. The biggest problem we're likely going to have is some underpowered creatures because, you know, a lot of Deathtouch stuff is 1, 2, or 3 power. So we don't have a lot to really finish with, but we do at least get stuff like Questing Beast, which I think is pretty reasonable. But we'll end up just seeing how this goes. I think it's going to be a kind of a fun experiment here. Also, remember, if you haven't, to please like the video, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Okay, before we hop in here, I want to start by saying, as always, remember that when we're doing stuff for the standard 2021 queue, these decks, though they are technically rotation proof, that doesn't mean that they're going to be as they are once Zendikar comes out. The 250 cards that come out with Zendikar will likely affect this deck, for better or worse. There may be cards we want to put in it. There may be cards that just make it invalidated. So who knows? But for now, we're going to go ahead and take a look and just play it for the next few weeks and see what happens. And we have no idea if this experiment's going to work, but we're going to try our damnedest. So looking at this list, we're starting out with 4 Foulmire Knight because it has Deathtouch and it's a 1-drop. Kind of the same thing for the Moss Viper. I'm not a huge fan of the card, but it does work in this list. Possibly we need to go up to a 3rd copy. Mire Triton because it gains life, which helps against the red decks, the other aggro list, but it does also have Deathtouch, so it works out great. We have Ramthroughs. You know, if you don't have to actually fight something, which we don't with this card, it actually is great when you have Deathtouch. Shevel, just for getting us more cards in life with all of our Deathtouchers. A couple of Call of Death Dweller because it does allow us to get combinations of these back into play. Grim Dancer, you get the choice of what to give it, but we're almost always going to give it Deathtouch and something. Hooded Blightfang, this is the card that's really the key here. Letting you drain your opponent every single time you attack, or being able to pick off a Planeswalker, which is nice. Play 4 Questing Beasts. This card is probably, arguably, the best 4-drop, for sure, in green that you can play, so we kind of have to, and it has the keywords that we're looking for. Vivian, this is more just kind of the long game card. Like, it gives us a few more creatures. We can play like a Questing Beast and go find a Blightfang. There's a couple of different things we can do there with it. It's not stellar, but it's pretty good for what we're trying to do with it, and we can play creatures off the top of our library. Garrick, again, giving us a late game cleanup card. Kind of an expensive spot removal if we need it. If you notice, the rest of the deck doesn't have much spot removal because we're playing a bunch of Deathtouch things. We're just kind of leaning on that for the most part. Other than, you know, like I said, Ramthroughs and Primal Mites. But that's more kind of just helping us press the issue more than be able to just take out something big. But I don't know. Maybe Ramthroughs are going to be able to kill things just as big as anything else. So maybe we just consider that true spot removal. Because we're not getting the damage because we don't have anything with Trample from that. And we are playing Primal Might. Primal Might, again, when you have something with Deathtouch, gets that big hit, gets to kill it. We can also Primal Might for 0 in some cases if we have to. But it is kind of a finisher. It's one way to make our creatures bigger. So we will consider the Ramthroughs and our Primal Mites our spot removals. You know, again, we do have to have a creature on the table to use them, so it's not ideal. But when you're playing Deathtouch, it's just the way it is. Lands, we're going with 9 Swamp, 8 Forest, 4 Temples, 3 Fable Passage. We could play some of the other lands, but we don't want too many things coming into play tapped where we can't play stuff, because we really do want to be getting something on the table turn 2, and then working our way up to our bigger cards. Again, I have no idea if this is going to work at all, but we're going to go ahead and give it a try. So let's hop in, have some fun, see how this does anyway. I don't love this, actually, but I'm going to keep it anyway. And what we're actually going to do is we're not going to play the Foulmire Knight on 1. We're actually going to play the Temple, so we can kind of shape our draws a little bit, and then we'll play the Knight on 2. Getting to attack with it is not going to be probably as critical as getting, in that case, you know, a land off the top that we don't need. There's a Ginger Brute, which we're probably just going to die to. Oh, that's one of the worst things we could have drawn. Oh boy. Alright, maybe we'll get Grim Dancer this turn. That'd be exciting. Or not. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll block. They can keep it alive if they want to. Don't go over 2, sure. Oh no. Ugh. Okay, I'm not going to touch Call of Death Dweller. We're just going to take some damage. I mean, they're probably just going to put Luris in their hand or something. Alright, another Ginger Fruit. All that glitters? Oh, I don't even think that's legal in this format. Oh, yeah, it is, actually. Yeah, that'd be a great card for them. Alright, opponent, what we doing? I guess they're worried about us potentially having, like, Eliminate here and trying to decide where they want to gamble. That makes sense. I would probably think the same thing. We didn't play anything. But, I mean, our hand's just pretty bad, and they don't know that. Okay, Sentinel Eyes. Sure. Take our 4. Reasonable. There's Grim Dancer, a turn late. And the good news is, if they have their removal is like, I don't know, it could also just be like Banishing Light or whatever. But if it's Glass Casket, we're pretty lucky. And the opponent still has plenty of mana, plenty of cards, so there's no telling what's going to happen here. Alright, there's a Sentinel Eyes for that Stone Cold Serpent. And from here, they got 2 cards left. I mean, they may consider just putting Luris into their hand this turn and being able to start cycling Ginger Brutes. I mean, if they're trying to decide how to attack or block, I will very likely, oh, well, I was going to say block here, but maybe not. Okay, well, now we can't block because we need to, well, actually, hold that thought. If we kill that, we take 6, go to 9, but then we have another Questing Beast. Yeah, let's do that. And the opponent's down to 1 card. Though they could replay, well, they don't even have the Luris in their hand yet. Alright, that seems fine. And it's possible we could draw a removal card for the Luris at some point. Oh, that's the worst. That was the worst thing that could probably happen there. Wow. That sucks. I'm trying to think what we can even do here. We can, if we Questing Beast and they don't get an enchantment, we will take 2, 6, 2, 4, so we'd be at 1. Then the best we could do is draw a land and hope to Grim Dancer, Death Dweller, and really just get this into play. It's not ideal, but I think we have to do this just to not die, which is not great. We almost need the opponent to just blank and draw a land here. Man, our hand was so bad. We did not recover well from this. Did they get something else to remove our Questing Beast? If so, it's just game, opponent. You just do it. No need to slow roll me. We'll take our beatings like anybody else. I mean, if they got another Blessing, we're dead too. I mean, there's a bunch of things we're dead to here. Alright, we're at 1. We're not dead yet. Not doing well, but we're not dead. Alright, they could put Luris in hand. Alright, this This is starting to help. So they could play Luris. They could play this for 1 or for 2. And then the next turn play all that glitters. So that's not great. Alright, let's put Deathtouch Lifelink, which I think needs to be the right thing there. Let's do that. Let's play Shovel. I mean, the other good news here is if we really want to, we could block with Shovel. Oh, the opponent's just got us then. Oh, that's true, because I can't block it, because we don't have anything with haste. Duh. Yep, we didn't draw any of our removal cards, man. That's tough. Alright, this one looks like a keeper. Let's keep it. We're going to open with Moss Viper, I'm pretty sure, and then we'll see what we draw after that. Ideally, I think we'd want to draw like Moss Viper, Shovel, play the Foulmire Knight, play Questing Beast. That's not a bad backup plan. Alright, so Viper it is. Just holding the Foulmire Knight because we can do more with it later. This is cute. Okay, now we're going to do this because we have a Blight Fang that ultimately lets us get some extra life next turn. And the best part about that is that your opponent doesn't want to block any of your stuff because they all have Deathtouch. Griffinary, more of these life gain thingy things. We saw some of these in a recent video with another deck. Well, the only way we beat a life gain deck is just drain and gain our own. I think that's how we do it. Alright, so they're going to gain 1. They'll gain at least 1 if they attack with a Harbinger, so any other life gain will get them a 2-2. Oh, they're checking out our Blight Fang. It may not be long for this world, unfortunately. Nope, Light of Hope. Alright, that just results in them getting a 2-2. I can block one of our creatures. So we're okay with that. We're going to go ahead and play a Questing Beast. Drain for a whole lot here. A lot of triggers, getting 5 there. Opponent loses a token, takes another 7. So they're at 7. The best thing for us to draw next turn would be a Blight Fang, actually. That's what we're looking at. Alright, Speaker. Into Speaker. I mean, those do chump block. I mean, that's not irrelevant. Okay, well. Yeah, we don't get anything off it. That's fine. So if we attack with everything, opponent goes to 4. And then they can't block Questing Beast, so yeah. Alright. I mean, we can drain for 3 if they don't kill Blight Fang. If they get rid of Questing Beast, that's a different problem. They're at 2, they go to 3. Yep, and then that's game. This also looks like a keeper, so we're going to stick with this. I mean, Viper into... I don't know what we're doing here with this. Gigantha. That's a thing. But Viper and a Mire Triton seems reasonable. Though this could just be some kind of weird Winota list or Paw Blade or who knows what. Alright, with the ram through... We have both Ram Through and Primal Knight, so I'm not sure. Oh, there's a Shovel going away. That That's disappointing. You know, I think... are we willing to trade here? I think so. I mean, if they want to block, fine. If they have some combo with Charming Prince, it's probably bad for us. If we get an untapped land... Oh, so this is a Paw Blade style deck. Alright, this kind of matters. If we want to punch through now, we can do that. But we can also do that with just a ram through. And we already have the 5 lands we would need. Turn this into a 3/3. We could kill one, attack the other. That's just 2 for 2. That doesn't really do anything. So let's just do this and pass. Why do people always want to send me things? I always have to go back and mute things because people want to get silly whenever I'm trying to record. Alright, good thing we saved this for the ram through because I was thinking something like this might happen. So let's just go ahead and pick off that Winota. You know, I'm willing to knock that out. Let's go ahead and get, I guess, another swamp here. Now, the interesting thing here is that we can just kill this, and then in the event they do get a Winota, it doesn't really do anything, which is fine. Oh, I guess I should have played this, actually. I kind of want to, but I'm going to do this. Just give it Deathtouch. Menace. And then, you know, I am going to be willing to attack here. Alright, so this says they don't have Winota. That's good news. Let's end the turn. So I assume if they had Winota, they would take at least their 1 trigger off of it. Wouldn't make sense to just play Winota naked here with no support. Non-creature spells. Cost 1 more. Alright, this is actually looks like this is going to turn out okay for us. Let's go ahead and get another forest. Oh, cost us more. Yeah, that's a thing. That's all non-creatures, and they're playing creatures all around. That's good to know. Do we go ahead and kill it? Kind of want to kill Winota, but I guess we kind of squandered it. Never mind. If I was going to do it, I should have just killed it and then went big. It's not worth it to play it there. I will take that gamble. And that is a Pegasus. I mean, these are some good replacement creatures if you're trying to trigger Winota. I don't know if the opponent really needs the green mana, though. Feels kind of wasteful. Okay. I mean, if we play Vivian, we get a blocker, we can save this for Gigantha, which I think is smarter. That's going to ultimately be a bigger threat. With Reach.
I call, and Decoria answers.
Opponent scores a Winota. Let's not attack. We're not the aggressor here. But now some interesting things happen, right? Let's say we draw a Questing Beast. Now we can minus Vivian, we can shoot a thing. Yeah, you're thinking that's fine. Yeah, this is just setting up for if they do happen to draw a Winota. Which is completely reasonable. Alright, well these are sorceries. So, to do this first one, targeting You know what? Let's just go all the way, right? Cost 2 to start. We can make this a 4. And if the opponent wants to do anything about it, great. I mean, we'll take a Giganta and a Goose. Yeah. I'm about it. This makes us feel so much better, so a random Winota hurts so much less here. Let's give this one of these trample.
I'd like you to meet my friend, Stompy.
Yeah, Pilgrim. What's this even do? Search out for an aura card. Oh, what are they gonna go get? Face Fetters. Enchanted permanent can't attack. Well, that's a thing. Huh. That seems good for them. For some reason I always thought that said enchanted creature. But it says enchanted permanent. Most definitely. Huh. Well. Now that we know some things, let's go ahead and +1. We'll get another one with trample.
Every
We will
day is a new mutation.
attack with this one with trample. I mean, we'll trade at least for one creature from the opponent. They are choosing not to block. We are going to just play this character. Get 2 creatures. Now let's see what the opponent does. This is kind of, I think, the opponent's last real shot to draw Winota, but we'll see. Alright, getting rid of Vivian. It's kind of smart, because Vivian does have the potential to give us multiple creatures. Unfortunately, we weren't able to play much off the top of our deck. Though this is kind of a cute scenario here. We could use this to fight a thing, right? Put the counters on Garrick. Use this to fight a thing, then turn these into 6/6s. That's kind of hot. Actually turns this into a thing too. So let's do that. Let's make it 0. And we'll fight this. I mean, I really should fight these things because those trigger Winota. That's probably the mistake I'm making here. Zero. Confirm. Let's kill at least Igneous Curve. It doesn't kill our dog, I'm aware. And then we're going to make 2 more dogs.
Stay on the trail.
Then we're going to draw with this. Play this. And then we're going to attack with those. Alright, end the turn. I mean, now if they all out attack, we can block across the board, then use Garrick's Emblem. Alright, we'll keep this. See what happens. Alright, so we're going to go Knight into Shovel? Say with the question mark? I'm not so sure, actually. Alright, well, we got a ways to go to that Garrick, so it's just going to sit around a while. No, they are also playing Iron Strike. This is intriguing. Okay, well, we'll attack with ours. See if they want to trade. They do. They may also be playing a deck where they're just trying to load the graveyard up for, like, Proxer or something. So that's a card we'll need to keep in mind. We only have one Garrett, so we may want to end up holding on to this for a little while. Not sure what permanents the opponent has. So I think we're going to let this roll. Alright, well, next decision is going to get a lot tougher. If they have another Croxa. Or a discard spell of any kind, for that matter. As Garrett may have to go, because we're going to have to rip 3 straight lands for it to matter. We only need 1 for the Questing Beast at this point, because we already have double green. They're getting close, though. Oh, that's going to take our... Well... Okay, good. They took Garrick, actually. That's actually what we want. Primal Might actually works against the Croxa, so that's great. Well, I say great. Downside is, if we play Questing Beast, that's fine, because Questing Beast also deals with Croxa, so whatever. And we'll get another card from the Shovel if we let the opponent block here. Here's the thing, though. If we let the opponent block, we get a card, we get 3 life. Have something else we can discard to the Croxa. If not, they just get Croxa back. Yeah, it's not great, but we'll take it. Okay, so they want us to just discard this. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be Questing Beast versus Croxa coming up. Hoping to draw something like a Ram Through, but man, they have a lot of cards in the graveyard. Yep, gonna be down to 2. Alright, we're gonna discard the Primal Might. Smartly played by the opponent, not blocking though on that last turn. I do have to say that. Alright, I think we're still attacking with the same things. Can't imagine that's changed at all. Alright, let's see. I'll put more stuff in the yard. Get Croxa back out. Liliana. Okay, Liliana will deal some damage to us.
I'm looking for new minions. Care to volunteer?
Alright, Questing Beast. Oh, man, we have missed so often. When we needed a spell, we've just drawn land. That hurts. I mean, we can't afford to attack there. We really need to draw one of our removal cards. Probably Ram Through. Or...
We're doing things my way.
Yeah, really, Ram Through or a Questing Beast, I think is all we can draw here. Oh, that doesn't help. So now, Questing Beast isn't even good enough. Okay, now we do need Ram Through. Ram Through will at least let us kill Bone Crusher Giant, then we can go after Liliana. This is the next best thing, I guess. Problem is, then we're going to have to deal with Croxa again. Because we'll put 2 cards in the opponent's graveyard. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. For 5? I mean, we'll take some damage, but what else are we going to do? I mean, we could go after the opponent, but I don't see a way that's going to benefit us.
Fine.
Alright, so now we're back on needing Questing Beast. Or I guess technically anything else with Deathtouch can block a Croxa, so it's not the end of the world. Rankle is a bigger problem. That, I think, is going to start closing the door on us. Ugh. Yep, that's it. Alright, this is okay, but we don't really have any... I mean, we need double black mana here. Oh, this isn't good. I think I know what we're up against here. Oh, no, I'm not. I was wrong. I was wrong. That'll teach me. You know what they say when you assume. Alright. Well. Stand there for one. So if the opponent wants to shock or kill it or whatever. Nope. Alright, we're just going to end the turn. Oh, we're doing this. So it's a Luris. Alright. Fair enough. This is not going to be easy for us. It's going to be very difficult. That unfortunately changes things badly, and our hand is not good here. Yep, doing it for 0 or doing it for 2 is kind of the same thing. I mean, I could have attacked, but they weren't going to block. Though, fundamentally, you still give them the opportunity to block. Alright, what are they doing here? We still need land pretty seriously. Stinger, alright. Okay, that helps. They can cycle and hit us. And pretty easily get to where they can zenith the questing piece. Though our plan here might just be Blightfang, Blightfang. I mean, I don't know. The opponent has not missed a land drop yet. Alright, this means this could hurt a little. Alright, we take 2, go to 19, or 17, sorry. We did find another land, but it came in tapped. Okay, so here's some things. Good news is they're probably going to be more inclined to get rid of a Blightfang here instead of a Questing Beast, but it could be wrong. Now, if they don't get rid of a Blightfang and we have this, then we get double triggers, and that's pretty close to ending the game there. 2, 4, 6, yeah, that's 10. So we just have to see what happens here for them. Alright, they're cycling, not gaining life. They're just going to try to come straight at our dome. We could still Zenith something here. And go up to 15. Yep, there goes the quest. As anticipated. Alright, let's see what we got on top. A Grim Dancer. Huh, so Grim Dancer. Do we put it on Deathtouch and Menace or Deathtouch and Life? Probably Deathtouch and Menace, because we have Blightfangs. The problem is we already have one in hand, so it's probably not what we're looking for. We could kill one of their things. We would drain them for 4. Man, I don't know if that's even worth it. They're down to 3 cards, and we know they've burned a Zenith already. Yeah, I say we do it. I mean, force them to play something next turn. Yep. I mean, really here we're looking for like a removal card to play alongside this Grim Dancer. Or maybe Vivian. I don't know if Vivian's the right answer. Alright, we get some 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. cycling cards in the graveyard. 10. So yeah, I think Grim Dancer being able to gain a little bit of life could help. Opponent found plenty of mana this time, though. They could also opt to put Luris in their hand and then maybe get back something, but that means they won't be cycling anymore or next turn. So that's not bad for us. Questing Beast off the top goes a long way towards ending the game as well. Put some 11 cycling cards in the yard. Oh, that's special. That's real special. We're going to do that now. This is a big deal here. Pump their creature. Give it double strike. Oh, it turned into a teleport. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. So it gives them 13 cycling cards in the yard. So we should be able to outrace them for one more turn as far as cycling. That's 14 cycling cards. If they have double Zenith, though, they hit us here and hit us next turn, we just die. Let's see what they do, though. This is interesting. 15 cycling cards. That might be their plan. Just hit us and then see if they can run down and find another one. Which isn't a bad plan, truthfully. I mean, I would do it if I were them. Man, it would have been nice to have gotten a shovel or something earlier, too. Getting an extra card and like, okay. Alright, so that didn't hit us. That didn't hit us. That's okay. Let's go with Deathtouch, Lifelink. That could have been a lot worse. I think we're still going to need removal cards, because as soon as they find something and put in the way, we're going to be struggling a little bit. Alright, there's a Flourishing Fox. Fortunately, both of our things do have Deathtouch. Alright, they're going to be well over the limit to be able to kill us at this point. It's already 17 cycling cards. Alright, Luris is now in hand. Does mean the opponent's getting low on gas here. So let's assume that's a cycling card. If it cycles, that could get to a 4. So we just need to do this for 2? No, for... I'm going to do it for 1. Because I want to be able to play this other Grim Dancer. If the opponent just cycles into a cycler, fine. We will live with the consequences. But this is big because this is +4 life from the fighting. Oh, it turns it into a 4/4. I didn't even think about that. Well, that is a thing. Then we're going to go Deathtouch, Menace. Yeah. That's what I get. I should have been greedier. Yeah, that's really a mistake anyway. I should have just done it for like 4. Turn into a 7/7 because then there's nothing they could do and then they would have taken 7 more that turn and then a 9. That's a pretty big deal, honestly. Missed opportunity for sure. Is that a cycler in hand? Probably so. It is. Alright. Let's find another kill card deck. Another Primal Might. I won't goof it up this time. See? Sometimes it's like, well, since you asked nicely. Let's do it the full 4. Question is, do I want to put it on the Foulmire Knight, actually? Attack with the Grim Dancer, force the opponent to block with both things. No, no, we're not. We're just going to make this a 7/7. Because then the opponent has... Ah, man, I wish we could make it for one more. That would be big, but we just can't. I'd love it if we could. I mean, opponent can chump block here. It's not ideal, but I mean, we do what we got to do. All right, they can take down our whole board here. All right, chose not to block. Assuming I have at least one cycler in hand. Deck has so many cycling cards. They're already over like 20 plus in the yard, so they're getting real close to being able to kill us. Yeah. Alright, well unfortunately I didn't put lifelink on this. Ugh, gosh. I feel like there's so many critical spots. That's what's happened today. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Yep, that's gonna get you another creature. Attack with everything, puts us down to 2. Yeah, the best we can do is Questing Beast, and that's not even really an out here. I mean, the opponent could sit back. Yeah, smart move. Smart move. Yep, we have no choice really but to block the Rescuer. And has to give it double strike. Yep. How's that? Oh, and there's the ram through. Gosh dang it. Ugh. So late. This is a definite mulligan, so we can get rid of that. Keep this one. This one's a little tougher. I think we're gonna get rid of Mire Triton. Mostly because I think we can still safely play these, and it's just kind of like figuring out what we want to do with this Vivian at some point. Alright, we'll keep that on top. We'll spend it the next turn just playing one of these, the next turn playing some combination of the other two, and just seeing if we can get to Vivian setup later. Temple, huh? Alright, I guess it kind of works with our theme of what we're doing. And we now have access to 5 lands. It's just what situation will we be in once we get to it. Alright. Well, left one on top, which is probably not good for us. Alright, we need no more land. That's not what we want to be doing. Attack with the Viper. I think we're just going to play one Foulmire Knight, not leave ourselves too susceptible to any type of sweepers or anything here, since we don't have any backup threats, unfortunately. Dun, 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 dun. Ugh, they left them both on top. That's got to be bad. I mean, they've got all their mana. They're playing 5 colors. I mean, I don't know what's going on here. I feel like we're being set up for something. And I don't know what that something is. I'm going to go ahead and draw. I mean, they're welcome to counter it. I wouldn't be upset about it. Okay, we're gonna go and do this. Then if they sweep the board, they'll tap out. Then we kind of at least get a token off of Vivian, so we get some value out of it, which isn't the end of the world. Okay, so I'm gonna Cycle Shark for 1. Interesting. Not what I thought was gonna happen. I'm not sure what they're doing. Though this makes me feel a bit uneasy. There's a good chance we are not going to resolve whatever we try to play next. I feel pretty certain about that. See what happens here. Oh, so that's all we're doing. Okay. Well, that's fine. Block, block. That's not the worst thing. We'll take that. I thought there was some other trickery coming.
Every creature deserves life.
Let's give it reach, maybe.
I
Who knows? We
will
may end up
make
having to
new
block
friends.
something ridiculous like a Dream Trawler or something. Oh, no, Elspeth conquers death. Boo. Kind of knew that was coming, though. Can't be too surprised. Unfortunately, that also means next turn we're probably staring at a Yorion, and that's going to be very disappointing. So, what do we choose to do here? I say we do this. We will give it Deathtouch, Menace. I actually want to do Deathtouch, Lifelink. Ah, that's fine. In the turn. Let's see what they've got. I mean, I'm assuming they have a Yorion. I mean, then you just remove Grim Dancer, you get a couple of cards. The best we can do at that point is Questing Beast, hope to draw, like, Ram through, probably. And that's kind of where we're just going to be at, I think. Alright, that's not awful. I'd assume that means they don't have Yorion, because that would have been a much better play for them. They does have the Mire Triton. That's unfortunate. This is getting countered, isn't it? No. I thought it might have been like Mystical Dispute or something. Interesting. I mean, they can kill it. I mean, they've got every color available, so I don't know. Okay, Brave Fire. That's reasonable, I guess. Sure. I'm going to hold a card in hand because, I don't know, they're playing 5 colors. Maybe there's a weird discard thing. I don't know how we're even still in this game. Like, they've gotten a billion extra cards. They exiled something with that Elspeth Conqueror's Path. They've already shattered the sky and killed a couple things, but somehow it's still somewhat of a fight.
Humble your mind. There is always an breathe in.
Alright, they gain 2 life.
Exhale.
They get a mana. They do nothing with it. We try to play a Questing Beast. Go to the attack step. Attack here. Attack here. Can't really Cycle Shark or anything, so that's fine. Alright.
This was not my plan.
I mean, I don't even know what we want. Yeah, okay, there's an ECD. That makes sense. Unfortunately, they do now have a Planeswalker in the graveyard. They're down to just a couple cards. They will be able to scry with an Omen of the Sea. So that's not great. Garrick. Yeah, it's not Garrick. That's not bad. Alright, we're going to play this just in case it is a Mystical Dispute this time. is not.
Monsters.
And I'm very
This is
disappointed
my
to see that on
paradise.
top. That's not what we want. Not at
We
all.
will adapt to any threat.
I'm trying to think, like, what's the best thing we could have? Maybe, like, the next card is a questing beast, and we can do that into a Blight Fang. Drain for 2, attack for 6. Like that. I mean, I guess that's the best thing we can do. Regardless, we need whatever it is to be a creature under this land. That's what we're really getting at here. Alright, so this gain 5, deal 5 to any target, draw 5 cards. Okay. Well, this did not do that to help us. So we're going to shuffle a land away from the top and see if we can find a creature. That is a creature. Okay. The opponent will be getting back Narset as well. So that's kind of important. Target creature or planeswalker. Blech. That sucks. So the question is it worth it to push Vivian to 5, or do we want to get a second creature out? Problem is, though, the only thing we can really get is Shovel or a Mire Triton, and I don't think either of those is spectacular, so I'm going to force the opponent to do something here.
I'd like you to meet my friend.
Let's go with Menace Deathtouch. I guess I should just play creatures first, right? Because if we would have built the correct creature off the top. Okay, Ramthur's not bad. That's good to have available.
Honor the past by bringing its traditions into the future.
Alright, they have 2 unknown cards. Which, for all we know, could be lands. They have 2 cards that are exiled that they can't do anything with. They're drawing a
Strike
card,
with the
they
cunning
discard.
mind of the dragon.
Hopefully it doesn't cost 5 and can kill Vivian. That's the real trick right now. Gross. Oh, it was only 4. I was thinking she was 5 for some reason. Nope, she was 4. Alright. So they can still kill Vivian with this ultimatum. Because they get to deal 5 to whatever target they win. Oh, now they need another land. Okay, yeah, they fish 1 out. So that's fine. So you have access to 3 red, 2 whites. Oh, you don't have the blue, though, now. Interesting. Okay. Alright. We're still somehow kind of in this. Yeah, exactly. Like, you needed the extra mana there, Bob. Alright. This is kind of a thing. We're battling it out. Okay. So, what does this do next turn? Up to 2 creatures. What can we get? I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe even Grim Dancer might be the best thing. I mean, I guess we do this with Reach.
Diversity is our greatest strength.
Alright. We kill this, so we can't lose Vivian next turn. Too bad I didn't give one of these trample, but... I mean, the opponent can still draw and discard and maybe kill a thing, but, like, we have to make it as hard as possible. I mean, I guess the real play would have just been kill Bone Crusher Giant. Take the 2 or whatever. We're at 21. Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Probably should have done that. Yeah, now they're going to have plenty to discard the Narset. So we'll find a way to kill Vivian here for sure.
Let thoughts flow like river rapids.
Really, though, they're smart. You just kill. All right. I guess we'll do what we can do, which isn't much, but I mean, getting a Grim Dancer back doesn't feel like that's the plan either. So we got to get 2 things with Deathtouch back. I don't know. Maybe we do get Grim Dancer. Problem is that's easy to kill with Narset. We are so up against it here. Alright. Oh no! Oh no! Losing both of those is bad. Yeah, Mire Triton's just getting us into trouble. This is the second time I have not liked what it's flipped. But a Primal Might would have been great here with this much mana. Yeah, being able to Primal Might like a Kinrith here would have been huge. Yeah,
Open the mind,
that's the beginning of the end.
open the heart.
Pretty sure. Alright, GG's. Well, I feel like we learned a little bit of something there. You know, I think where this deck suffers is a lack of size. You know, we did miss mana a couple times, that's fine. But the biggest thing, I think, is you don't have anything big to finish. So I think what you're going to see in this version, when you see the final list, we're actually probably going to just remove Garrick, probably one other card, maybe 1 copy of Shovel, and then we're going to go up to a couple of, like, Gargaroths or whatever. So you just have something significant to finish the opponent with later. And Gargaroth also gives you some extra value to come at your opponent with. And it works well with Vivian when you want to be able to get like a Questing Beast or going to be able to search up a Blight Fang or anything like that. And I think that's what the deck's missing. I think overall it's still pretty weak. I mean, if you just like the style of deck, go for it. But of the decks we put up so far, this is not one. I'd probably put it like 4th in line. Really, it's not really the one we really want to be pushing. I think it's okay. I mean, there may be a few other cards you could find here or there that you want to play. Maybe some removal or something. But in general, I think this is one that's probably still going to be waiting for... We lost a lot that really supported the deck, and I think now you're going to be waiting for something to come out in Zendikar that helps this list. But, as usual, remember if you haven't liked this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and come on back. We're going to be doing this some more with this standard 2021 stuff, so come on back as we put more decks up. That's all I have for you for today. We'll see you next time.